Hello, everyone, and I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday, this our Holy Week in the church. I know lots of you are busy preparing and planning all types of different services, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, maybe even have an Easter egg hunt this weekend, though I'm sure some people have already taken care of that. And you've got the glorious, wonderful Easter Sunday and the 900 services that you are doing. So I hope all is well and you're getting set. I hope it's a beautiful weekend this weekend as we all have our Easter services. And this is the Ministry Minute where we talk about youth and young adult ministry in the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. And there is tons of stuff going on. And so I just want to share some of that with you, give you some updates and maybe some information. And feel free to share this with other people as well. And if you're following me live, let me know that you're here. I'd love to talk with you and interact. If you have any questions or anything like that, maybe we can answer those while we go through the litany of stuff I have to talk to you about. I just got back. This past weekend was the Young Adult Ministry Council's Young Adult Retreat that they hosted. We had 64 young adults from Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, Kentucky, and probably some other states that don't come to mind right off the top of my head. But we had a great group. We all met at Montgomery Bell State Park, which if you know anything about Montgomery Bell, that is where our birthplace shrine is and where our chapel is. And so it was just a good time gathering with all the young adults and hanging out. And we are looking forward to hosting another retreat next March in 2019 at Montgomery Bell again. And I hope that you'll consider coming and joining the young adults and being a part of that. It was a great weekend. We spent our weekend thinking about remembering not only our history as Cumberlands, but also remembering Christ and all that happens there. And what a beautiful spot to do that at Montgomery Bell. And, you know, it rained a little bit, but it was quite all right. So I'm coming off of that, and it was a great weekend. And so I figured it might be time to talk about some other stuff in youth and young adult ministry. So right off the bat, the thing that's coming up very soon is CPYC One Day Experience. That is happening in Nashville, Tennessee at Tusculum CP April 14th. That is a free one-day experience. It's like a day of CPYC at a local congregation. All are welcome. It's free to attend. It's for any youth. So if your youth is 6 to 12, they are welcome. If it's 7 to 12, they are welcome. So we hope that you will bring a group out and join us. We will be spending the day together in small groups and in worship and in recreation and basically having a day of CPYC there. It starts at 1 p.m. on that Saturday, April 14th, and we should be done around 6:37. We end with worship. There will be a meal, and that's really why we ask people to register. So if you would go online, cpcmc.org/CPYC One Day, and register, that would be great. That way we can give Tusculum CP, who's preparing our meal, a head count. So no worries if you can't come. I totally understand. But if you're in and around the area, we would love for you to come and join us and be a part of that one-day event. Speaking of CPYC, registration for this summer is open. It's ready for you to go register and be a part of the Cumberland Presbyterian Youth Conference. This is our 95th year. Now, it wasn't always called CPYC, but it has been CPYC for a long time. 95 years of a youth gathering in the CP Church, and so we're super pumped about that. It's June 24th through the 29th at Bethel University. We're excited to welcome Cumberland Presbyterians from all over and being a part of that. Not only that, but we are excited about our keynote speaker. He's a world-recognized poet, lyricist, rapper, spoken word artist, propaganda. I have seen him several times at national youth worker conventions and events, and he is incredible. And I am so excited that he is going to come and be a part of our event and be our keynote speaker. This year our theme is more or less, and we'll be speaking about and thinking about that week, talking about what it is that we as Christians need more of and need less of to be able to follow in the way of God. And so I hope young people in our denomination feel welcome and ready to come and be a part of this event. It is for those who are finishing 8th grade now. So if you're in 8th grade currently, you are welcome to come to CPYC, up to those who are finishing out their high school career, 12th grade, and then adult participants. You can find more information not only in the little link that's provided for you below, and at cpcmc.org/CPYC. And obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Now, one of the things that we're promoting right now and pushing is our Pocket Change Challenge. And this is really the main way that we fundraise for scholarships for people in our denomination to be able to be a part of CPYC. And real easy to take part in. Pocket Change Challenge, all you got to do is collect change, save it, challenge different Sunday school groups or challenge your church. You collect change, and whatever change you collect, you send it to us, and we use it to scholarship folks who might not be able to afford to come to the event otherwise. And so we hope that you'll take part in the Pocket Change Challenge. It's going on right now through the end of this, through March through April. So we hope that you'll take part in that. And if you need more information, you can always contact me at nwheeler@cumberland.org. So that's about CPYC and the Pocket Exchange Challenge to raise money for scholarships. I wanted to tell you about 2 events that we're just starting to push out there to let you know to save the dates for in 2019. Of course, through CPYC, we're going to be having that again in 2019, and you can actually find the date for that online at our website. Off the top of my head, I think it's June 23rd through the 28th. I think that's what it is next year. But 2 events I want to tell you about that are events that only come up so very often, and they're coming up in 2019, so we're excited about that. The first is the Youth Evangelism Conference. This will be our first YEC since 2015, which was in Louisville, Kentucky. This one will be hosted in Nashville, Tennessee, and it'll be February 16th through the 18th of 2019. The Youth Evangelism Conference, the whole goal of that is to equip and to challenge our young people to share the gospel, but not only share it through words, but to share it through their actions. And so they spend the weekend learning about evangelism, focusing in on evangelism, but also they'll spend a day practicing different types of evangelism. And so we hope that you'll bring your group to Nashville, Tennessee, February 16th through the 18th for YEC. Plans are underway right now. We is a partnership between the Discipleship Ministry team and the Missions Ministry team of the CPC, and we've actually gathered together the West Tennessee Youth Ministry Planning Council to kind of help us think through the event. So they're kind of the ones that are helping us think through this event, and so we're excited about partnering with West Tennessee and hosting it in Nashville in 2019. The second event is our triennium that happens every 3 years. It's an ecumenical ministry that brings together 5,000 Presbyterians, youth and adults to Purdue University, and that's happening July 16th to the 20th in 2019. You should be able to go to the website very soon and find out more information about registration and what that looks like. I'm a part of the planning team for a triennium, along with other Cumberland Presbyterians and Peace USA youth and young adults. And I can say I am so excited about this triennium. The plans that are already being made for it are so exciting. And the theme is Here's My Heart, which comes from the hymn that we all know and love, Come Thou Fount. And we're really using it as a base for our theme to explore our hearts and to explore what it means to not only have our hearts be a part of what God's dream is, but to use that as an active piece to motivate us, to compel us to do as God would want us to do in the world. So the plans that are being made right now, I'm just so excited about it. We just finished up our first planning meeting for the 2019 triennium. So I hope that you will bring a group out and be a part of that event as it rolls around in 2019. A couple of things that are happening for just our youth workers in the denomination. We want to support the ministries that you are doing, and so we've come up with a few different ways that we're trying to do that. In partnership with the Presbyterian Youth Workers Association, they have decided to have a international Youth Worker Sabbath Day, and that's actually next week, April 5th. And there is a site very close to many of you in Tennessee or in wherever state you are. And basically the idea is to gather youth workers from all over the country in different camps and conference centers, at seminaries, and to have a day of Sabbath together. Mark Yaconelli is going to be leading some videos talking about Sabbath practices in the morning, and then the group would have lunch together, and then after that they would practice Sabbath. I'm actually one of the hosts for this, and we're hosting a Youth Worker Sabbath Day at Camp Clark Williamson right outside of Jackson, Tennessee on April 5th, and I would love for you to be a part of that. If you just need a day of Sabbath, especially after Easter week, you know how crazy it is for that. So we would love for you to just come down on that day, learn a little more about Sabbath keeping and encourage Sabbath keeping, and maybe practice a little bit while you're at the beautiful camp at Camp Clark Williamson. So you can find out more information on the website, cpcmc.org, YWSD18. And this is for any youth worker. So if you've got a friend that is a Methodist youth worker or Episcopalian or a Lutheran or Baptist, come. They can join us, be a part of that. Just sign up online so we know that you're coming, so we can prepare lunch for everyone. But other than that, we just want you to be a part of the event and learn about Sabbath keeping. So that's coming up April 5th. The second thing is we last year hosted a youth worker retreat. And this is for full-time, part-time, no-time, volunteer youth workers. If you work with youth in your congregation or your presbytery, then you are a youth worker. And we wanted to offer some sort of event for just Cumberland Presbyterian youth workers to gather together, to talk shop, to talk about youth ministry and things like that, but also just give them a time to relax and to rest. And August is a perfect time for that. I know that some of you, school's already started and you're gearing up, but really August could be a great time to do some planning for the year ahead as you enter in youth ministry. And so the Youth Worker Retreat is happening again, and it's August 8th through the 11th. You can find out more information online, and I'm sure that the link will pop up there. There it is, cpcmc.org, 2018 YWR. It's $100, and it's on the beach. It's at a resort in Panama City Beach. I know the guy who owns it, and he's just a wonderful human being, and he's just been so gracious to us to allow us to just kind of have this retreat center to ourselves. And so I would love for our youth workers to gather together in Florida in August and just be together, build community together, and talk youth ministry and relax on the beach. Nothing wrong with that. So I hope that you'll consider the Sabbath Day next week, and then also the Youth Worker Retreat in August. Young adult ministry. So like I said, just coming off the retreat we had at Montgomery Bell. It was really awesome, and loved it. A couple of other things. Our denomination has a Young Adult Ministry Council, and really they're the ones that get together and kind of plan the Young Adult Retreat. They plan activities at GA. They also think about young adult ministry as a whole in our churches and how we could do that better and help out our churches think through young adult ministry. And so if you want to be a part of that, if you're 18 to 27 years old, the application is online. You can go to our young adult website and find where to apply for the Young Adult Ministry Council. So really this is the last week we're accepting applications. So if you feel led to apply, please do. We'd love to have you apply and think about joining that group. Speaking of young adult ministry, General Assembly this summer happening in Norman, Oklahoma, and we will have a young adult presence there. One of the exciting things, or two of the exciting things that are happening at GA that we get to be a part of as the Young Adult Ministry Council, is, one, there will be a fun run happening on Monday at General Assembly, really across the street at a local park. And this would be for anyone to come. You can run a 5K if you want, or you can just do a little 1 mile walk around the park. And we're excited about partnering with women's ministry to be a part of this fun run that's happening Monday at GA. Beyond that, Wednesday night, young adults will be leading the General Assembly worship service. And so we are making plans now to have a great worship service together and have that for the General Assembly. So if you're a young adult and you're planning on being around General Assembly, we would love for you to be a part of the fun run and also the worship service and some other activities that we'll have planned for you. So if you're coming to GA and you're young adults, be on the lookout for more information online, and we'll hopefully get you some contact information so we can connect when we get down to GA. A couple of other things I'd like to mention are some resource stuff that we have out of our office. Faith Out Loud's been our long-running youth ministry curriculum that we have, and we just came out with a new one on fame and faith the last couple of months, and the focus of that one is to talk about our celebrity culture and how that connects with our faith. How does fame and faith mix, and what to do with that? So if you're interested in that, we have tons of other kinds of curriculum that you can find on Faith Out Loud. And another curriculum that I want to tell you about, I've been talking about it for a while, and then it kind of just had a dead period, but it's picking back up with steam. There is a video-based youth curriculum, and it's not even youth curriculum, I shouldn't say that. It's a video-based curriculum for young people in our denomination, and we're calling it STIR. This first STIR, it will be focused on creation, God's good, broken and redeemed creation. And I think it's just such an important topic to think about and talk about with your youth groups and with your young adult ministry groups, and maybe you're at a campus ministry. But this STIR, we've been working on it for a long time, and we finally have partnered with Tandem Creative out of Minnesota, who will be helping us not only format our curriculum, but also film a couple of videos for us to make this a worthwhile endeavor. And so I am so excited to be partnering with them, and we are moving forward with that curriculum. So be on the lookout for some more information about that in the next weeks and months as we kind of finalize that curriculum and hopefully have it available this year to give to our churches to offer as a resource. And so I'm very excited about STIR. And if you know anything about it from the past, I think it'll be a great curriculum, especially for those who are looking for something to pick and choose and to use to craft around things that you're already doing. It's not so formulaic. It will be laid out to where you can use it not only for your Sunday school, but for your small groups, but also you could use it for camps and retreats and things like that. So I'm really looking forward for STIR to come out. Hopefully this year we'll be able to finalize it and be done with it and offer it to our churches. Lastly, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, not on MySpace. We're working on that, bringing it back, us and Justin Timberlake. So we're looking forward to that. But really, it's the best way to hear about our information and to stay connected with all the ministries that are happening within the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. So anyway, I hope all of you have a great rest of your Holy Week. Hope your Easter services and all that goes great. And obviously, if you have any questions, you can always send me an email at nwheeler@cumberland.org. I'm looking forward to seeing lots of you in the next couple of weeks and months as we roll towards summer and get ready for all the awesome opportunities for the young people in our denomination. Have a good day.